Now from the home of the Dog Pound, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway in the final game of a busy Sunday. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
He'll check this down to Hines. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Jameis to throw it. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Ready. Let me go.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Huntley to throw. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 1. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here's Huntley. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. You look at this Browns defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Looking to throw here, Huntley. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
To throw, Huntley. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Huntley. He'll dump this off to Achane. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
This is score Browns 7, Dolphins nothing.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Huntley looks to throw. This is caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jonnu Smith from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't.
And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Escapes the defender. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. He's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Huntley. Under pressure, they got him again. Myles Garrett, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, third and long now. They go play action with Huntley. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ready. Let's go.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the gun on third down, Huntley. That is caught.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Incomplete.
Well, that one fell incomplete after being tipped in the air. But I have to tell you, I had a bad flashback of going to head to the stadium stairs in practice. Because what we were always taught, any ball like that, if it's not spiked towards the ground and you actually tip it up, then that's an error on your part. Because now you've given hope to the offense, maybe help create a big play for them, instead of going up and either intercepting it or knocking it down. I ran many a stadium step for my errors. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Huntley working from the gun. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken around the 12. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
From the gun, Winston. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Tyrell Dodson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game.
Second and 6.
Back to throw.
Huntley.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the Browns Dolphins will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
3rd down and 13. Out of the gun, Huntley.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
Wait.
Now Winston.
Now inside the 25.
And finally taken down at the 15.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Come on. Sunday. Flip. Green, Timothy.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Final play of the half here. Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Dolphins 7.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Matt Prater is set to kick off.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Huntley. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Following the interception, Winston.
The man downfield is Judy. He's got it.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And with that last reception, we have just witnessed an NFL record. He's gone over 1,964 yards receiving now on the year as he moves past 2012 Calvin Johnson for the most in one season in NFL history. When you think about it, for a league that's been around for over 100 years, that is no small feat. So congratulations to him. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. Huntley.
The short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 6.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
And they'll give this to Achane.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Again, it's Achane.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami.
Jalen Waddle laying himself out in the end zone. And the Dolphins are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
On the handoff, it's Achane.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down.
Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. They'll try and run it here. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Ready.
Here's Winston.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Winston. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
Again, it's Winston. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb, and they'll get 8 out of